Good evening, everybody. It is a thankful Thursday, and we are here back to recap the Real Housewives of Potomac, season 10, episode 16, Driving on Empty. And the
Mm,
trip is finally ending, okay?
mm, 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 mm. Yo, Royaire, you know what? I want to give the creators of these titles their props. Okay? Give it up because, yo, when I say they wrote that thing, Driving on Empty, I said, when I read the title, I said, see, they messy. They
Mm,
started off with some mess with just the title, but
mm.
I got to give it to them. The title was a slam dunk.
It was a slam dunk because this trip was full of nothing, just nothing. Like
Yeah.
it's unfortunate to say, I try to normally be nice on the girls, but this was an epic fail. This is
Mm.
the worst trip in housewife history. This was worse than Cynthia's trip when the girls went with Cynthia and Nene had to took over. You remember that?
I do remember that. Don't do Cynthia.
Cynthia, I love you.
Don't do Cynthia. Don't do Cynthia. But I do remember that. I do remember that. But
Yes,
don't.
this is worse than that. Like it can't get no worse than this, Diva. Like this goes down in housewife history, and this needs to be the trip of BravoCon, the worst trip ever. This needs to be the trip. Like this was really, really bad, Diva. I tried to have a lot of grace for Angel this season, I think, and she really disappointed the people. She disappointed. She disappointed bad. But we are here. We are recapping, like I said, the Real Housewives latest episode. We are live on both channels. So if you're live on my channel, go to Divas and hit the like button. If you're live on Divas, come to mine and hit the like button. Royaire's World and Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. And to do us one more favor, hit the share button. Let the people know we are live and recapping the worst trip ever in Bravo history. Okay? The worst. It don't get no worse than this, Diva. I mean, no water, can't use the bathroom. We did get on a private jet though, okay? We did get on a private jet. We went to Aspen. We did eat some good food. The ladies were pleased with the restaurant in the last episode, even though she got chin checked 3 more times at the restaurant. She left crying from the restaurant. Then we went to whatever the little store was called. Can't remember what that was called. And they did shopping and bragged about what they bought. And then we went up to the top floor. We ran into Mauricio, from Beverly Hills. And so now, Diva, we have reached the point to where it's deciding what are we going to do tomorrow. Giselle has made accommodations for all of the ladies, as we found out last week.
At the Four Seasons, baby.
We're at the Four Seasons, okay? So I'm like, okay,
Shout out to all the advertisement for the Four Seasons, okay?
They want their coin.
Okay. Times, yes.
They want their coin. They said we gonna trust the Giselle to get our coin, and so
she did it.
She did it. She did it. She did her job and she did it well, okay? And we'll get into how well she did the job in just a moment, okay? But so it was a standoff, Diva. We are standing down. Like, who gonna back down? Giselle said, well, I have accommodations at the Four Seasons, and we have brunch planned in the morning. We have, other hotel festivities, that we can get into and just enjoy and relax, as we should have been doing this whole girls trip. And so Angel pretty much said, well, that's not what we're going to do, okay? Because I have an itinerary for us tomorrow. Angel said that she wants to take the ladies fly fishing with a guide who is just ultra special and can, make everything seem just excellent, I guess. And then they're going to have a 3-course meal with an open fire. And then the ladies will prepare to go back to the hotel to get packed up so that they can fly out, okay? So Giselle, she said they're brunching, enjoying the hotel festivities, and we'll let the ladies decide what they want to do, okay? So the ladies did, and then Angel also had got another house, I guess, or a cabin or something. So the ladies did agree they were not going with the cabin idea. We will be going to the Four Seasons, but we will go to your fly fishing event tomorrow and have a 3-course meal. That does sound, a little more interesting than just, doing nothing at the hotel or enjoying the amenities. We know what the hotel does, okay? So the ladies, you know, they end up heading out. They go back to the PJ. They get on the plane. You know, they enjoy that moment on the plane there. Tia talks about her children, or Tia talks about Angel's children, and you know, her children are so cute. Angel said once you become a parent, you can't love anything else but your children. Kay said, you know, she loves nobody more than herself. So, you know, speaking from the person who doesn't have a child. The ladies, they get off the PJ, they hop in the car, they head to the hotel. You know, Angel, I guess she's in a sharing mood now that she's in the car. She shares with the ladies. You guys want to know something about me? Well, I don't like fish.
But you taking on fly fishing. That girl is off. And I'm trying to give her a chance.
Oh my God.
You taking on fly fishing, but you don't like fish. Everybody was sitting in that car like, Angel, you a day late and $1 short. They didn't care.
We don't care. The moment is gone. It is past. Like, your time is up. Jazzy talks about Stacey coming in her room early in the morning, talking about, it's me, Stacey. The water's not running. You know, she said it was a little agitating. Angel's in the back seat once they arrive to the hotel, knocked out. I guess she is exhausted from trying to have to accommodate these ladies, you know, after all the issues that they have had. Giselle welcomes the ladies to her presidential suite, okay, at the Four Seasons, okay? We got a whole layout, Diva. We got a gym. We got a living room. We have an office. We have a master bathroom with the shower in the middle. I mean, it was everything. Giselle did it up, okay? And I've never
Giselle at the Four Seasons. At the Four Seasons.
Listen, Giselle, she got the girls together, okay? She did her thing. And I gotta give it to her. She did her thing. Giselle came and saved the trip, okay? Hats off to Giselle, okay? Here's my salute to you, Giselle, okay? So, you know, Giselle, she saves the trip. She welcomes the ladies to her presidential suite. You know, the ladies are super happy, super excited. Everybody can't wait to get in a hot shower, can't wait to have a nice, good cooked meal, have a nice glass of wine, champagne, or whatever. You know, Angel then explains to the ladies, you know, that there is a bar option that they can do. And Giselle says, of course, after we eat, because the hotel is bringing up food for us. And so, you know, she said, well, after we eat, if you would like, we can go down to the bar, you know, and have a little fun. It's around the corner. But then she explained that, you know, Kay, her, and Tia do not have anything. And so they will have to go back to her home, which is an hour away, to then come back to the hotel, which is another hour. So everybody would have to wait 2 hours to go to the bar that we're already exhausted from getting off of a PJ, being in Aspen, doing a fool's day activity. Ashley and Jazzy did end up going to the bar together. The ladies, they made a song at the piano, you know, based off of how the trip was being. Hilarious. So you have to go watch that scene to get that whole full rundown of that. But that was pretty much the wrapping up of that scene. The ladies left, went home for the night. Now, let me preface this. Giselle did have hotel rooms, according to her, for Tia, Kay, and Angel, okay? So that was a thing. You know, this opening scene for me, Diva, I was like, oh my God, well, if we're gonna close out the season, this is how you close it out. Come on, stand down with the newbie and the original Giselle, okay? And, you know, as much as I want for Angel to have a backbone, it's like she just never seems to find it when it's needed most. Like, you just, it's not there. It's no way, Diva, no way that Giselle would have spoken to me in any of the manners that she spoke to me through this whole season if it was me. Like, you just not gonna do that. But at the same token, Angel has to be held responsible for what you have brought us into. You do have to be held responsible for this. This is a hot mess. We've had a house with no working water. We couldn't use the bathroom. you know, you're not here. You got 2 other ladies in the group at your house. This is a hot mess. You know, Chemo Savo or whatever the place was, that was, you know, a cool little fun thing, I guess. The dinner was cool and fun or whatever. You did have a beautiful dinner outside of your house the first night, but all of this trip has just been a disaster. And now you want us to trust you to plan yet another day that we later on find out is going to fail as well. This was a mess, but the piano scene was cute, Diva. I totally enjoyed that. Like you said, we got to give our hats off to Giselle because she did that with the hotel room. I was like, okay. Look, 4 seasons.
Not just hotels, the 4 seasons, baby. And Giselle had the presidential suite. You better recognize. Listen, when they came back and spanned in for day 2, I thought it was cute how they did it. Because Giselle said, listen, it's up to the girls. Okay. I got the 4-season hotel for us, for everybody. Okay. And I got a nice brunch planned at the hotel. And then she said, we probably really going to just have to, you know, get on the road to go back to the airport. Now, let me tell you something. Production did a really great job with this whole season and this episode. And the reason why I said that, I was getting anxiety like they was going to miss their flight because they kept putting up their 2 hours. I said, yo, I'm getting anxiety.
Half of the time, people like, I kept y'all leave. Like,
but we'll get to that. So the standoff, and she said the ladies got to take a vote. And did you know, what's the name? Monique was like, well, Giselle, I really want to go fly fishing. Okay, because Angel scared to talk to, because she was like, because you know I got a beautiful lunch plan, a beautiful guys there, and a beautiful fly, whatever the case may be. And Giselle was like, well, what y'all want to do? And so Wendy, I like the way Wendy tried to handle it, because she tried to say neutral. She was like, is there a way that we could do both, right? And then, you know, they was like, okay. So listen. When they was okay, so you know, Monique went to go. What did it? There was something else I wanted to talk about that. She said Giselle said, "Oh, she was born to do this, honey." So taking over to make sure the girls was happy. She said, "This is what she does." Okay. So I was just like, okay. So you know, they took a group photo in front of the PJ, which I thought was cute, right? The car ride, it was Angel, Kay, Wendy, and Stacey, okay? And then, you know, what's the name? Angel kicked out. Wait, where am I going? She does. There's something I want to say. Oh, so, and then the second car was Giselle, Jazzy, Ashley, and Monique. They talked about the 4 seasons. They went in their presidential suite. I thought the little piano scene was so cute, okay? Because Angel was like, oh my God, when Tia was like, you know, and Giselle had to take over the trip, okay? And they was like, they talked about the water and all of that. I thought was cute. Now this whole, they had to go back to get their clothes. Angel had no plans ever to have a pajamas party with them and stay with them, okay? She knew, because it was already, they showed on the screen 9:15 at night. And she was like, it's an hour back to my house, then an hour back. And then she claimed in her confessional, you know, when we got there, you knew the time range when you told Giselle, yes, she was going to spend the night. And you could see the look on Angel's face that she had no intentions of spending the night. You know what? Sorry, not sorry. Angel gets a big fat F. This was not right. And you know what? This is, and like Giselle said later, this was not a girls trip. This is a see you when I see you trip. It was just, you know, Angel was not made for this. She wasn't built for this. Angel is not ready. And you know, Angel is on different podcasts and tweeting and putting in her Instagram and Facebook how she was done dirty and wrong. Angel, I'm sorry. Okay. Cute face, nice family, nice husband, beautiful children, but stay in Colorado because you're not ready.
Yeah.
Not ready.
No, she's definitely not ready for reality TV for sure. Or for Bravo anyways. Definitely not ready for Bravo reality TV. You know, my only issue that I did not like when it came to, and this kind of dealt with in the last episode, but it was a little bit in this episode too, and we'll talk about it in this next scene. I didn't like the way that they were pressing her about her reaching out to her husband to just check in. Like I just like, for me, call me old fashioned, say what you want. I'm gonna check in with my spouse, my person. Like, that's just, I felt like that they were putting 20 on 10 with that, and I did not like that. You know, I wish, in my opinion, I think Angel should have been honest and said, I don't want to stay the night with y'all, instead of playing it in their face, you know, like she was. I did dislike that she did that, and it kind of caused the issues that we're going to press into in this next scene. So as the ladies...
Before you go there, Roy, I do want to add this. I know you're not the only one. A lot of people are feeling for Angel, thinking like, oh, they kept pressing her about, you know, checking in with her husband. No, I don't like when people in general use somebody else as an excuse because they just don't want to say no. You are a whole grown woman. Man up and tell the hoes, if you don't want to be with them, just tell them I don't want to be. I'm not spending the night. I'm staying at my house with my man, with my husband.
Yeah.
And I would have been like, y'all don't got a husband, so I know that's why y'all don't care. I would have been you got to stand on business.
Period. And that's what I wanted out of, like, that is what should have happened.
Like, y'all don't got a husband, so y'all ain't got nobody to check.
Understand.
Sorry, not sorry. Okay. But I'm gonna go home and lay in the bed at night next to Bobby. And listen, we should go back and count how many times she said Bobby. Bobby.
Ready. Giselle is ready for her to sit up in that confessional talking about Bobby.
I was here for it. I was here for every second of Giselle. Bobby. We want to go fly fishing. Let me talk to Bobby first. We want to eat brunch. Well, I gotta speak to Bobby. Girl, I cannot.
That is hilarious.
No, I'm over Angel. And I don't think they was too hard on her. I just think she was way over. Oh my God. I think she was way in over her head. Way in over her head. Yeah, she was way in over her head. I cannot.
That is hilarious. Yeah. So we roll into our next scene. We have in our next scene, you know, the ladies have stayed the night at the hotel. They've gotten a good night's rest. They're feeling good, except for one person, of course, as always. Miss Ashley Darby, she's talking to her mom on the phone. You know, she says she went out with Jazzy last night and they had a ball, but she is low out tired, but she's pressing through, okay? Jazzy and Monique and Stacey were in the hall talking and kikiing, you know, just appreciating all of the amenities that they had last night, being able to sleep in a good bed, have a nice hot shower. Listen, okay? A full lay, just lay out, just laid it all out, okay? Jazzy said she got her some pizza and champagne. She called room service, like, baby, listen, I need a whole plate, okay? Giselle then invites them into the room. You know, they come in and they all are thanking Giselle. Even Stacey had to lay her crown down and say, girl, you saved the trip and I appreciate you. I got to give it to you, Giselle. You did that, okay? And like you said, Diva, Giselle said she was made for this. This is what she does, okay? Wendy comes in, you know, from head to toe with Chanel on. This Chanel outfit. Okay, Wendy, was that one of the outfits that you returned down at the Neiman Honey that they was talking about allegedly? with the sun visor.
Child.
I said, not head to toe. Okay. Wendy asked where all the ladies were, and so Giselle shared that she did, offer the ladies to be able to stay the full night. They chose to go back, and she said they did not call her back. They haven't reached out, and she has not heard from them. And so Giselle is not happy. Their flight is in 5.5 hours, and she's not exactly sure exactly what, where the activities are, what's going on. And so Giselle said, listen, she should have come to my room, stayed the night, laid out the itinerary of the day, and then we could have dealt with what we had going on, right? Well, that is not what happened. Giselle did not do that. I mean, Angel did not do that. Angel left. Shout out to Super 3701. Thank you for giving tonight. We appreciate you. Yes. Meanwhile, Angel is in the car, headed up to the alleged destination that they will be fly fishing at, okay? She apparently received some coordinates from someone. She does not tell us who this someone is, but someone sent her some coordinates, okay? And so she gave it to the other ladies, and so they are headed up to the fly fishing destination for their 4-course meal and their good enjoying time today.
She couldn't just say directions. You're doing too much. Too much. I had to go get a dictionary. Why am I getting a dictionary when I'm watching a reality TV show? I was like, coordinates? What is she talking about? I said, am I stupid? What's going on? I grabbed my phone. I said, coordinates?
Because technically, I mean, I guess it is directions, but it's coordinates to a specific place. Like to places that don't have addresses.
She would have got there instead of the I was like, what?
Listen, okay. Tia has to go to the bathroom, okay? She does not want Angel to stop because she don't want to push the trip off no more than what it already is. Angel doesn't want to make anybody else uncomfortable, so she's going to find a bathroom for Tia to go to. Stephanie M says, why didn't they take the Sprinter? Why didn't they take the Sprinter van together? Angel should have woke up at the crack of dawn to meet the ladies at the hotel, and they could have gotten into the van or bus. Gotten onto the van
right
bus.
There.
There you go.
If you didn't come back that night, you should have been there at the crack of dawn that morning. That part right there. This girl gets an F. She gets an F. She can cry all she want. The fans are doing me dirty. I tried. I'm going to reflect on how to do better. You got Wonderland outdoors. And with the coordinates, you couldn't get to the activity. She gets an F. Mm-hmm.
I was like 15 degrees longitude, 8 degrees latitude. What are we doing?
Oh my
God. Literally, Raheem, what are we doing?
I cannot.
Not you just spit out your water.
I can't do it. I was like, what? What is she talking about? It was a hot stinking mess.
Definitely lame duck season for Angel Massey. Yeah. It was bad, Diva.
It was bad.
Bad. I mean, I really don't have much to say other than, Giselle was right. They should have stayed at the hotel, even in exactly 1950s.
I swear to goodness, I thought I was bugging. I was like, what? I got the phone. I said, I ain't doing this.
So I think the only reason I knew what she was talking about, because, I'm currently in real estate school right now. So they deal in coordinates and certain things. So that's why I was like, okay, I guess. But yeah, like.
She tries to be so extra.
Yeah.
She tries to be. She's just trying too hard.
Not being her authentic self. She's a real mean girl in real life. You're a real mean girl in real life, and it's okay. It's okay. Be that girl. Show up and be you. The people you see you not being you. Obviously, we didn't connect to you anyway, so you should have showed up and been you, and you would have had a better chance of either people connecting or not connecting. But to come on and just,
it's a privilege to know her. I mean, you're not the Queen of England or nothing. I mean, I was like, it's a privilege to know you.
Kate Middleton, like you, or what's the other one? What's the black girl?
Anybody at this point. When she sat up in that confessional, it's a privilege to know you, so you can invite us to Colorado and we get in a hole with no water and we can't flush the toilet. It's a privilege to know you. Listen, my friends, even we create low budget trips, Royaire, we still got better accommodations than that. Everybody could wash their butt. No, Angel, you did too much, Angel.
She would have been better off renting these girls a trailer so that they could have their own little bus.
Not a double wash trailer. Oh my God. My stomach hurt. Ooh, child. All right, you killing me, Royaire. Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God. All right, come on. We gotta get through this way. You making my stomach hurt. Now rent them a trailer. That's when you know your trip was bad.
That was funny. Okay, y'all. Sorry.
Oh, child.
Diva, we have 5.5 hours before our flight leaves, right?
That was giving me anxiety.
I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going anywhere. I don't care what activities we have planned today. As soon as you say we got 5 hours, if the activity is not down the street and around the corner like the bar was, I'm not coming. Like,
either. I'm headed to the airport.
I'm about to catch this brunch real quick, and I'm heading down to the car. Like,
it's still in the VIP lounge at the airport.
Come on, Delta Lounge.
Oh God! Y'all FaceTime me from fly fishing because I would get on this flight.
Yeah. So, and then on top of that, Diva. I feel like you already felt like you didn't know where you was going, so you didn't even try to reach out to the ladies to try to, like, hey, like, you didn't call them that morning. You didn't do anything. Like, how did they know where they were going?
Already told you're a bad host.
And she said, "You want to see a bad host? I'm gonna show you a bad host." And that's exactly.
Yeah, I cannot. You killing me tonight. You killing me.
Okay. Anything on that scene with the ladies waking up that morning and headed, out for anything on that?
Angel was wrong.
Yeah, and Giselle was right.
Giselle was right. I mean, there's no more to say. Angel was wrong. Giselle was right. You cannot like Giselle, but you gotta stop playing games and acknowledge everything she said on this trip to Angel about Angel and about Angel's hosting was 100% correct. How do you not make it back and you don't wake up and call us to make sure we're on the same page? And whoever wrote in the chat that she should have got up at the crack of dawn and been at that house the 4 seasons and having breakfast with them, she's trash.
Yeah. Epic fail. So, you know, the ladies are heading out because they do not know yet that Angel is lost and not knowing where she's going. So in car one, we have Wendy, Stacey, Jazzy. And then we have Giselle, Monique, and Ashley in car two. Now, Monique, is she gets in the car, you know, they're just having a little. Well, hold on. Before we pull off, first of all, Jazzy rolls down the window and says, "Hey, ladies, Ashley, do you have a bottle of champagne over there? Because you know this ride is an hour plus." And Giselle's face, according to the other ladies, went just dead blank, okay? Because she was ready to lose it. They didn't even put it on camera, okay? The ladies was ready to crack up laughing because they knew Giselle was done then, okay? You know, so Wendy said she was cool with stopping at the gas station for gas station margaritas because she had gas station margaritas a couple years ago and they were everything. So we could do that. Monique, you know, she shares with the ladies that she misses her morning coffee with her mom. You know, they talk in the mornings and have their morning conversations. Ashley asked Giselle, "Do you talk to your mom every day?" Giselle said, "No, me and my mom talk maybe once a week." Let's see. But her girls talk to her mom.
That right there. Your mom had morning coffee. Did we ever see her mom when she was back on the show with Chris? We saw her mom?
I think her mom was in this recent episode at her book thing.
No. Let's go backwards.
Oh, no.
Did her mom ever went, but she's so close to her mom. When she was originally on the Real Housewives of Potomac with her husband, Chris, who she got the 3 or 4 kids by, we never hear about her mom and no coffee every morning. Now she's
healed. Now she's healed. That's what Monique tells us. She healed. So I guess that relationship got healed too, I guess. I don't know. Like you said, or like whoever, Super 37. Yeah. I'm surprised Giselle isn't closer to her mom. I'm not. Giselle, in my opinion, she is just not a girl's girl like that. I just don't see that from her. I was even shocked the way that she was defending Kyle when it came to flirting with her husband, because Giselle said in her confessional she'll be on that in a heartbeat. Anyways, she talks about, you know, but her girls talk to her mom all the time and they tell her everything. Jazzy shares that she's trying to help Angel. Wendy feels like that in order for Angel to get to know and to really connect, she has to compromise and she has to be open. And nobody feels that she has done that through her tenure of this season. Jazzy said, you know, the only connection that they really have is being wags. Outside of that, they really don't have any other connection. Stacey shared that she was shocked about, you know, Jazzy exchanging numbers with Charisse after what went down, you know, in regards to Charisse saying that she was a trick and trying to date a married man. Now, this is where the scene kind of turns for everybody, okay? In this car specifically. Now, Jazzy was definitely caught off guard by this conversation because, you know, we sit in the car, kiki, having a good time. And all of a sudden, Stacey want to have an issue. And so, you know, she asks, well, why were you so caught off guard? What was the issue? And so Stacey shared, you know, the whole conversation about, you know, being called a trick and dating a married man and all of that. And so Jazzy asked Wendy, how should I have handled it? Was I wrong? Was it, you know, was it out of pocket? And so Stacey said, well, as long as you've been friends with me, you should know, you know, we're close, you know, and it would be out of pocket, you know, pretty much to go talk to someone who called me a whore or a trick or whatever the case was. And so Jazzy said, let's see, if you got mad about it, basically, you know, I don't understand why, you know, it's weird. There was no big deal, you know. And so Wendy attempted to try to explain loyalty to Stacey and how it works, because then it got into the conversation of, well, Jazzy wanted to know, were you really going to come to her wedding? Or did you only come because you knew Ashley and Wendy were coming? And so Wendy said, we're going to go there. And she said, yes, we're going to go there. So answer the question. And Wendy screamed, okay? She was ready to get out the freaking car. She couldn't believe that this was getting ready to go down. Apparently, we are now, Diva, at 3.5 hours before our flight leaves. We are still in the car. And the ladies are starting to recognize that the timing is going up. Now, Stacey said, let's talk about it. She said she wanted to be there to support Jazzy at her wedding, but her business, was launching. She had people coming in from out of town to set up and get prepared, and she had something going on every day that week. Mm-hmm. Jazzy said, well, you knew about my wedding before all of your business ventures going on. So I don't understand, if you're my friend, and I believe she asked Stacey to be in the wedding, why did you not block off that week of my wedding if we're such close friends? Stacey said, that's why she showed up. She was there. She did not know that Ashley was coming, and she did not miss, that day. That's why she showed up, because she was her friend. Wendy said, you're missing the truth. That's what you're not connecting with and realizing. And she said, don't play games, Stacey, especially with those that ride or die with you. So now we jump back to this scene with Angel. Angel has now realized pretty much that they are lost, that the coordinates that she got, they put them all in their phones, and apparently it's the wrong coordinates. Giselle, she feels that Angel will never be able to redeem herself from this whole situation. And Giselle feels that, the lady should have stayed at the hotel. They could have had a spa day, enjoyed the afternoon, and gone on and flew out after this horrible trip. Monique said that there was no way that, Angel was going to come and meet with you and have a conversation, because you already said she's a bad host. It is what it is. Ashley then begins speculations to say that maybe Bobby was the individual that shared the conversation with Monique's ex-husband, Chris, in regards to everything that she had to say about Chris. And so this was a whole hot mess as well, Diva, because apparently Giselle thought Ashley had already shared this with Monique. But Monique said she didn't know nothing about this. She said, yeah, because it happened at my birthday party. I asked Chris, were you dating Stacey? And he gave me a look. So, and Ashley said this was Wendy's way of trying to get Stacey off the hook by putting the heat on Angel and saying maybe it was Angel, who shared it with her husband. And so now they got a whole situation going on in their car. Now, then we jump back to Wendy and Stacey. And Wendy going off of Stacey because Stacey ain't standing in the truth. And Jazzy says, you weren't coming to my wedding if it wasn't for Ashley and Wendy coming, and you already know that. Stop lying. Stacey said that's not true. Wendy said, I called you and I said to you, if this is your friend, if you really want to be a good friend, you need to show up at this wedding. It was a whole hot mess. So basically, Wendy then confirmed that Stacey wasn't coming if it wasn't for Wendy and Ashley showing up to the wedding. I'm gonna stop there, Diva, because this is a lot still going on. So we could stop there and address those few little scenes right there.
All right. I guess the best way I'll do this, I saw with Angel K and Tia in the car. Angel, she forever crying, forever saying somebody don't understand her. And, she going to, like, this is class, like she's in class. She going to take notes and reflect back on where she went wrong, because this whole season has been stressful for her. Okay. And the girls are not getting her. Kay is standing by her friend. I'll give it to Kay. She's standing by her friend in the nonsense. Tia, that y'all want me to love, is supposed to be Miss Prim and Proper. Miss Prim and Proper knew that they all got told off on the PJ because she said, none of y'all checked on us. We ain't have no water to wash our behind. So now, when y'all went back to Angel's house that night, why wouldn't you say, Angel, okay, we're not going back because it's a long drive and it's already late, but we need to be up at the crack of dawn. You're Miss Prim and Proper. You should know all the rules. and how to handle this thing. When they was in that car, none of them wanted to speak up because they was feeling bad for Angel, but they were lost. None of them told her, you don't think it's a good idea to call these girls and even make sure they are on the right road. None of them thought to say, you know what? Tell your car to wait right here. We'll catch up to your car and we'll all drive together so you won't get lost. Girl, I don't own no Wonderland outdoor business. And I could have helped you coordinate this thing better. Now, later on, when Giselle told her the place was so exclusive that you don't even know where it's at, I died. Giselle roasted the heck out of Angel.
Yeah.
Angel, there was no recovery. You messed up. And you know, let's be clear. She said Bobby don't play about her. Bobby knew this is what you wanted to do this season, right? You wanted to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. He should have helped you and made sure you got to the place that you needed to get to and that the girls got there too. But Angel, whatever, you get an F. So, you know, Monique in the car talking, and then, you know, Ashley saying to her about what really happened, and Chris said he slept with Stacey and all that. I laid back and was like, whatever.
Yeah, a bunch of bull.
A bunch of bull. So what was happening in the car with was Monique, Ashley, and Giselle. I was like, whatever. Now, Stacey, Jazzy, and Wendy, that car was bumping.
Popping.
But you know what, though? Stacey started it off with some high school, middle school nonsense.
For what?
How did you talk to someone, you know, she don't like me, huh?
She must have needed a moment, Diva, because that ain't even in Stacey's character. Like that from what I've seen thus far this season, that ain't even like you to be trying to check somebody. Like you try to chin check her, and she got your ass in check. Is what happened.
So Jazzy was like, "What are you talking about? Like I'm so bold." But I like the way Jazzy handled it. Because she said to Wendy, well, how you think I should have handled it? See, that's how you do TV. That's how you do reality TV. You drag the other person in it. She said, so Wendy, what do you think? How should I handle it? Come on, Jazzy. You know, Jazzy reminds me of the early days of Marlo when she was a friend. Marlo was a better friend on Noah than when she got that piece. I felt like when she got the piece, she felt like she had to do too much. But as a friend, she did it all. I feel like that's what Jazzy is right now. She the Marlo, and she giving us everything. She said, Wendy, what do you think I should have did? How do you think I should have handled it? Stacey sitting there. When they brought up the whole wedding thing, it went all the way left. You know what I learned about Wendy, though? Wendy, as educated as she is, when she gets mad, she don't know how to not curse. She don't know how to not curse. A curse is always going to come out her mouth. And to me, it's like, girl, you of all people should have more words in your vocabulary to utilize to be able to check somebody without doing all that cursing. But she told Stacey to knock it off. But you know what I like about Stacey? The house could be burning down, and Stacey sitting there like she
in that bee. You hear me?
You don't get two rats behind. She was just sitting there. You know, Wendy was blacking out, Jazzy was blacking out, and Stacey was just sitting there. She said, I'm lying? Yeah, she said, Jazzy. So listen, hands down, Stacey knows how to do reality TV.
She
Point blank in the period. They was all ruffled up in that car, and Stacey just sat there. Don't let them see you sweat.
And that is exactly what she did not do. Okay, there was none at all. Okay, so we are now at 2 hours until our flight leaves, Diva. Giselle has now realized that the time is going up. She said, let's pull over, okay? So they're planning on a place to pull over. Jazzy and Stacey are still going back and forth in the car, okay? Stacey shares, she said, well, do you want to know the real reason why I did not, plan on coming really at first? It was because when we were talking on the phone, you were recording our conversation. There was a voice that said, you are now recording. And I said, Jazzy, why would you record me? Are you recording me? Jazzy said, you ain't telling the truth. You need to stop them lies. You need to quit. Stacey said, yes. Why do I need to lie? And it hurt my feelings that you will record me as your friend because we were having intimate conversations about these ladies in this group. Okay. Wendy said, I got to get out this car. This is a bunch of BS. Let's stop. We got to get out. So the ladies, they stop for a little bathroom break for some snacks and to figure out what the next plan is. Okay. So they stop, get this little, a food truck. They stop at the food truck, get their food. They sit down, they call Angel. Okay. Angel has now realized that she's lost. It's going to take her about 2 hours to get to where the actual destination is. And the ladies are like, Angel, how are you lost with your own business? Don't you do this all the time? Don't you go to the same place? And so she tried to say that she was making special accommodations for the ladies and she wanted them to, have enough space and all of this stuff. Giselle said, this ain't even my business and I could have planned this better than you. This is an epic fail, and the trip is over. We're going home. She was like, well, the experience is still there for you. Giselle done already told you that she don't do outdoors and fly fishing. What experience? This is not an experience for her. She ragging along with this because you said that you had a great day planned for us. And again, it failed. Epic fail. Okay. So, Ashley says, well, listen, this is the end of the road for us. We're going to go on and head back and we'll figure you out. And Giselle said, well, wait a minute. What about my girl Tia? I want to make sure my girl Tia is able to catch her flight. And so Kay says,
now that's an OG reality TV.
Shade. OG shade.
OG shade.
Okay. She said, what about me? Kay said, you're not worried about me? And Giselle said, well, yet again, you're over there supporting your friend on the wrong side of history, so you'll be good.
Not the wrong side of history.
Wrong side of history. What I do have to do, I got to give it up to the girls when they do it. And Giselle did it, okay?
She did that.
The shade was there. The moments was there.
Right on time.
She did that thing. She did that thing.
She tore it down. I crawled up underneath my bed with the secondhand embarrassment, okay? She said, again, you're on the wrong side of history. I said,
again, okay? I was like, Jesus Christ, okay? So the ladies...
we got to say it one more time. She said, so exclusive. You don't even know where it's at? Woo!
Honey. The shade. So Ashley says we're going to be heading back to the hotel. She hangs up the phone. Somebody wanted to know how the ride was, in the other car. I want to say it was Giselle. And so, of course, the ladies, Jazzy had to speak up, and say that Stacey was feeling some type of way because of the situation with Charisse, and the only real reason Stacey became friends with me was because none of you girls was feeling her. So she had to pull in an ally. And so Stacey was like, well, the only reason you're in this group because you got to pull on friends to stay in this group, So they're still going back and forth. Wendy had to check Stacey again to let her know, I've always had your back. And you never, follow through when it's time to follow through. You're always lying. You don't speak on business, but you're not going to play me. Play somebody else, okay? Stacey then got up and walked away from the table because she want to have a moment. She wants to have a whole scene. And I'm just like, Stacey, why are you getting up and walking away when you started this mess? You started it, got chin checked by Wendy and Jazzy, and then want to get up and walk away. from a fight that you started.
Mm.
What are we doing? Why did you put yourself in this position? You have just gotten into a place where everybody is kind of cool with you. Giselle ain't ragging on you. Ashley is holding on to you. Wendy got your back. You got all the girls pretty much on your side at this point. And here you go, creating the chaos. But like you said, Diva, reality TV at its best. You had a moment and you made a moment, okay? And that's what put you at first chair at this reunion. Shout out to Stacey.
No, I was here for it.
She ran off. She got her luggage out the trunk. She went and stood by the side of the road, and I guess she was gonna find her Uber to get back to the hotel. Wendy ran over there to check on her and Ashley. Stacey felt that she did not want, Wendy jumping on her with the other ladies. If you're my friend, be on my side. But Wendy wants Stacey to understand that just because I'm your friend doesn't mean I'm not going to check you and call you out when you're wrong, which is legit. If we're real friends, let me know. Tell me I'm wrong. Now, see, this is where it kind of gets sticky, though, Diva, because some people feel that you shouldn't check your friend in mixed company. You check them behind closed doors, not in the moment. So maybe that's why Stacey felt some type of way with Wendy, because maybe she felt she should have checked her behind the scenes. But you was cutting the fool in the moment. You started that whole moment. You got chin checked and then got mad because you couldn't back up the moment you started. It just didn't make sense to me why Stacey was so upset and so mad at a situation that she created. Anyways, her and Wendy made up and had a little moment. And so then we end off the episode with getting the ladies' confessionals and what they're doing. So you'll have to watch the episode to see how that ended. And then we have our final scene of the night, the Grand Dame, okay? She is checking out of the jail that she's been in, prison, wherever she was. She gets out with her bandana and her braids. She walks into the car. She gets home. Raven, Ray, and her sister greet her at the door. She said she got her prison braids in. The ladies, they took their hair out of their head to give her some hair so she could braid her hair down, so she got her prison braids. She walks in to one balloon and a paper sign saying, "Welcome home." Karen, they obviously didn't miss you that much. Her son was not there, Diva. Where was her son?
I don't know. The son, I don't know if he just doesn't like to be on TV. I don't know. But, the gas station food scene, I was here for it. I loved it. The food looked good. Yeah, I mean, that was a lot of food from that food truck to be at the gas station. And the people came over, brought them their pizza, their fries, and their drinks and all kind of stuff. I was really here for it. Yeah, I don't know why they wasn't getting nervous either, because I was about to have a panic attack too. I was like, yo, they're gonna catch this flight. Stacey going to the car and getting her luggage in her bag. I was here for it. I was here for the dramatic moment. And when they came over and said you can't be over here alone. What are you gonna do? She said, I'm okay being alone. Okay. She know how to do reality TV. And I'm giving it up to Stacey for her year 2. I was here for every single last minute of it. Okay. And then Stacey goes over, and her and Wendy, they make up, they hugging each other, they slapping each other on the butt and all that. Now, when Angel called the chef at the event that pretty much said the girls wasn't going to make it, I died. The chef and the chef assistant was like, "Oh my God, that's unfortunate." She was like, "Chef, they're not coming." He said, "Huh?" The food was looking good.
It was, after he had dropped it on the fire, but it was still looking good.
It was still looking good, okay? She was like, "Oh, I got you, chef. I got you." It was going to be a nice experience. And I think Kay or somebody said that it was a 10K dinner experience. Well, but Angel, then you should have had somebody directing you to the experience. And Angel, and they I don't agree with this, Royaire. Fans went on her website for Wonderland Outdoors and they trashed it. They gave 1 stars. That was horrific. I think fans sometimes go too far, but it was horrific that they did it. But everything they wrote was true. They was like, "I'll take a pass when you doing experiences with no water." They was I'll take a pass when you don't even know where your own experience is. They roasted her. It was wrong. Wrong place, wrong time, but the right message. But when she said she was lost and it's about 2 hours from the airport, and Ashley was like, "Oh, honey, babe, sweetie, I'm sorry. This is the end of the road for us. We going back to the airport." Angel looked like she was going to be in tears. Giselle being classic Giselle, when she said, "Is Tia going to make it to the airport?" And Kay was sitting there like, "Oh, I died." Okay, I died. Yes, Kay, you on the wrong side of history yet again. I do agree with Giselle. Okay, so this whole making up, breaking up, whatever. Jazzy explained that argument. So they gave us at the end what everybody is doing. Let me just run some things really quick here. They said Stacey and Timo are still going strong, but have no plans to remarry, as the ink on that is sealed, on the divorce paper is sealed. And they said, and if it was fresh, what they say, Jazzy would not be invited to the wedding. Okay, Jazzy would not be invited to the wedding. Then we got Giselle. They said after 2-year battle. Now this is dreadful. You done fought 2 years. You done used all this lawyer money. Okay, and I don't know how you expect to fight a wife over her husband and her property. But Giselle tried it. Yeah, they said after 2-year battle, lost the fight over her father's will. But one loss that did not overshadow with a big win, Giselle's daughter Angel became a member of the AKA sorority. What is somebody out there a sorority sister? What the AKs do? So it's ski or something like that. Anyway.
I have died.
Shout out to Angel's daughter. Giselle's daughter, Angel. Okay, and you would think because Giselle got a daughter named Angel, she would give Angel a little break, but she don't. Okay. So now Wendy. They said 3 months after the Colorado trip, Wendy and Eddie were arrested for fraud. Oh my God. Okay. They are now facing felony charges, and if convicted, they could get up to 15 years in prison. Goodbye. Listen, we will have a whole a memorial service on our week. If they put Eddie and Wendy in jail for 15 years, just die. Okay, I can't do it. I can't do 15 years with Wendy and Eddie. Now we done did time with Karen. Karen's time seemed to go by like that. But Wendy and Eddie, we ain't got 15 years. They will come out with gray hair and all. We ain't got time for that for you. Anyway, now when I read Wendy, right? Ashley. Now see, Ashley's second bloom has her second guessing Josh. He's a young buck, but you know what? Josh is getting played by Ashley.
He is.
And he's here for every second of it.
He loves it. He is a glutton for punishment. Okay, baby.
Woo. The way she dumped him on that TV, and he still letting her play these games with her.
Look, so, take the plea deal that Karen didn't take.
Yeah, I know exactly, right? He said, listen, they broken up and gotten back together several times. Josh, if you listening, run, Josh, run. This is stupid, okay?
Josh just wants, he doesn't care about what Ashley does.
Listen, but they said, but she continues to write her next chapter of life. Well, write on, Ashley, but do me a favor. We know you coming back next season. write in some better storylines for yourself, because I'm over it. Anyway, Angel is stretching herself. Planning, she says this is what Angel said in between them talking about their confession. Angel stretching herself, planning the trips for months. She planned that trip for months and still couldn't find the destination. Months in the coordinates. In the coordinates, couldn't get her there. You spending $10,000 on a whole dinner experience and you don't know how to get the people there, Angel? I can't. Okay. She no. What else she says? Tia says Tia is proud of Kay for navigating Angel. I was like, what are you talking about, Tia? She navigated her own bestie down the wrong road, literally. Remember they went to one campsite and that was the wrong place, and then she had to back up.
She was backing up like 10 feet. I was like, damn, how far did we go?
Kay had her whole body out the window. You got it. I was like, this is horrible. Okay? I was like, Tia, what are you proud of? And I did not like Tia confessional look with that big band on her head. I didn't like that. But anyway, so that's what she said. Kay and Greg are better than ever, but she is still prioritizing her med spa business over marriage, okay? The picture frame is all she got as a bling bling. Maybe she stuck a picture in it. Who knows, okay? Now, they said Tia and her sister are continuing to build their relationship. What isn't continuing? House party thrown by Tia kids, at least any that she's aware of. So therefore, what they really saying, Tia ain't got nothing going on. All right.
You are so petty. You've been hating on Tia all season long. You couldn't wait to say that.
Oh my God, Roy, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you. All right, wait, hold on. Angel says she's getting she's a strong woman. She's a strong woman. She says she's a problem solver. Huh? You couldn't get them to fly fishing. Okay. She says she's a healer. You healed none of those relationships. Zero. Okay. These are her words. She said, knowing her is a privilege. Girl, you better stop. Okay. Angel and Bobby are still living in Colorado. We're not shocked. Okay. But say they have purchased a $2 million home in Potomac. And then the production is shady, but they said they didn't confirm it. Tia was not their agent. All right. Giselle shaded Cameron though at the end of her confessional.
She did.
Okay.
And it was good shade too.
Okay. Talking about her being in prison. Okay. Now listen. Wait. Listen. Cameron coming out of jail and I'm showing it. Bravo to Bravo. See, that's giving us reality TV, Royaire. Bravo to Bravo. And you know what? The Grand Dame, she know how to be the Grand Dame. Okay. She came out there, she had the braids in her hair, and she had the scarf over it. You know what? Shout out to the ladies in jail for showing sisterhood.
The AKAs could learn a few things, Giselle and Carrie.
Not they took the hair out their head.
Oh my God.
I mean, if you could get here into jail, why didn't Ray send her something? He knew she was getting out. They took their hair out their head and told Karen, we're going to send you home right. And they put like 5 braids in her hair.
It was like 5 little plaits on each side.
Oh, God. Okay. She had limited hair, limited braids, and that's why she had to put that scarf over. And Karen, she got in that SUV, okay? And she knew the camera was on her. And Cameron just said, oh my God. Oh, listen. I said, you know what, Karen? Not 5 box braids. Oh my God. Y'all cutting up tonight. I cannot. Y'all killing me tonight. My stomach hurt. Y'all can't. Y'all got okay. We gonna finish this clean. We gonna finish this clean, Royaire. Cause y'all killing me. Okay, my stomach hurt from laughing. She had the scarf on. She was in there. Okay. All right, Karen. They get her home. She rings that doorbell. Okay. Listen, Ray was on a budget while Karen was gone. Don't do that to Ray. It's on a budget, okay? So, you know, she rings the doorbell. What's her Raven? I like Raven. I even like her name because Raven she's a good mix of Karen and Ray.
Yes.
She's a good mix. So Raven was there. She ran up and she hugged her mother. Okay. Then she hugged Ray. Oh my God. I can't with y'all. Y'all doing too much tonight.
Come on, the queen of Siri.
Oh my gosh. Y'all playing. Come on, stop. I don't use 5 tissues, y'all. Stop.
Oh my God.
Stop. Okay. The sister came and hugged her. Okay. I can't imagine, Royaire. I'm in my 60s. My sister's in her 60s too. She got to be at my house to welcome me from jail. But the sister was there, hugged her. Ray hugged her. Ray sat on that computer all night to make that welcome back sign.
You mean that welcome back paper?
Oh my God. I can't do this with y'all. I can't do this.
Welcome back here. We're glad to have you.
Okay. Shout out to Ray. That's her husband. He didn't leave her when she went to jail, Royaire. He's still on her side. I'm 50 old.
Who the hell taking Ray somewhere?
No. Listen, y'all playing too much tonight. She said in his favorite font. Oh my God. Roy, I can't. Not in his favorite font. Child.
So weak.
Weak. Okay.
Yes.
But shout out to Ray. Savannah, he's a good man.
Listen, the episode was everything. The scene was everything. Karen looks just like her sister. Her sister looks just like Karen. Like such a beautiful family, as you said. Raven looks a perfect mix of Ray and Karen. You know, I was overwhelmed by this episode, Diva. This was a great episode for a season finale. They did that this season, and I gotta give it hats off to Potomac. Y'all did an excellent job from production,
Yes.
cast,
Yes.
promotion. I mean, excellent job this season. Title, everything was good. Yeah, she ought to be strong after all the chin checks she done got.
Yeah. I'm a healer. Girl, you ain't healed nobody. You can't even heal yourself.
Child.
She was crying every other episode. They don't understand me.
Girl.
I'm trying my best. I'm showing my authentic self. No, you're not.
We might as well should have brought Candace back if we wanted to see somebody cry all season long.
Don't do Candace.
Listen, but we love the cry angle though. I'm just saying, if we're gonna get a cry, let's get somebody that's really gonna cry and do it right. Like, because Candace still gonna fly off the handle at the end of the day, but she gonna cry, but she gonna fly off the handle.
Yeah. Listen, so call Angel Massey and say, fly above all the haters.
I'm so comfortable in the skin I'm in. I'm secure about who I am. So you can go ahead and talk all you wanna. Look, I fly above all the haters. It's beneath me. Oh my God. Well,
come on.
Listen, we had that has been our
wait. Yeah. A fun fact about me. I hate fish. Girl, but you taking us fly fishing? You know, how do you have Wonderland outdoors and you don't like outdoorsy stuff?
She's on the prayer list. She's on the prayer list.
Okay, we're gonna put on the prayer list.
For sure. She's on the prayer list. She's on the prayer list. But that has been our we got to hit with the Braxtons. Our Father, which art in heaven.
I'm done with you, Roy. I'm done.
No, we done cut up tonight real bad. We cut up tonight real bad. But listen, y'all, that has been our recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac, season 10, episode 16, season finale. Driving on empty. Okay, we appreciate each and every one of you. She needs to be on the sick and shut in list. Come on, sick and shut in. Okay. I was trying to save her for the prayer list, but if y'all say the sick and shut in list, then we can send her on over. Listen, no problems.
Got the church announcements.
We can escalate it. We got to escalate her claim to a sick and shut in, okay?
Oh my God. Okay.
Listen,
go ahead, finish off. I ain't gonna say nothing. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. Listen, we appreciate you guys for joining us. This was the season finale of the Real Housewives of Potomac, season 10. Excellent episode. At the end of every episode, we like to get your final thoughts and opinions on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. What do you rate tonight's episode of the Real Housewives of Potomac, episode 16, Driving on Empty? Diva, it's a 10. It's a 10.
10.
Okay, period.
10s across the board. Giselle hit home runs out the park every time she spoke. And I will never forget. I don't care what seasons pass. I never gonna forget. She told that girl, "You're a bad host." I would have died if that was me.
To her face, okay?
I would have died. No, it's too late. Too late.
We don't want to hear it. And she hit it with the finger too. You're a bad host. Come on, Stacey.
Okay. And listen, in this episode, when she told her it's so exclusive, you couldn't even find it, I died. I died.
Girl, I closed my iPad. I said, well, that's the end of this trip.
Yo,
Listen, I don't have notes for nothing else. That's over.
no. It was a slam dunk. It was a slam dunk.
It was really good. I totally enjoyed it. I totally agree. I mean, everybody showed up this season. They clocked in. They did their jobs. You know, I'm ready to see next week's episode. Now, in my opinion, Karen is putting 20 on 10 for sure. I don't feel like she's telling the whole truth, but we're gonna see next week with this interview with Andy and Karen Huger, for her return. Y'all been cracking me up. LOL. I am tickled. Thank you so much. We appreciate listening. Y'all been cracking us up. It's been y'all too. So we appreciate your participation tonight. So let's see. Diva, we have Belicious is giving this a 9. Ant is giving this a 8.5. Spar is giving it a 8. Jeremy is giving it a 8. Lions is giving it a 8.5. King is giving it a 10. Raheem, recap 10, season 7, episode 10. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. Snoop is giving this an 8. And then Stephanie is giving it an 8. Ocean is giving it a 9 because I rooted for my fellow Maryland cast. Okay. All right. Even Angel.
Angel's from Colorado.
I can't with you.
She got kicked out of the Airbnb, and allegedly she bought a $2 million Potomac home.
Listen,
I want to see these.
I want to see this her new home they got in Potomac. I do want to see that for sure. Post it on the Instagram, girl, so we can see. Major Changes is giving us a 9.2. Bella is giving this a 8. Love is giving absolutely love commentary. I rated a 10. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Okay. Well, listen, we appreciate y'all's participation tonight. We thank you for joining us. I know we were a little late on our show this week, but here we are, and we appreciate y'all showing up with us. It is truly something that we do not take for granted. So we thank you so much for coming in with us on tonight. Listen, if you didn't hit the like button on the way in, make sure you hit the like button on Chronicles of the Gray Haired Diva and Royaire's World. Tomorrow night, we will be recapping Married to Medicine, episode 7. That was really good as well. So make sure you catch up to that episode and then tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. for our recap of Married to Medicine. And then I believe, are you busy this Saturday?
No, we're gonna do it Saturday.
Okay, we're gonna recap the first episode of Iyanla's.
Not that yet, Roy. We're gonna do first the reunion looks.
I forgot about that. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes. So we'll do our reunion looks on Saturday. So join us on Saturday for the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion looks. We'll kind of go over that and everything that happened with the season. And then we'll deal with Iyanla after that. So stay tuned to our channels. Make sure you tune in to Diva for trending topics every night around 8:30. So make sure you have your notification bells on all for that. Anything else before we go?
No, that's it. I loved it.
I loved it. This was a great season. I'm really proud, Diva. I'm really proud. I'm super proud. This was really
Bravo.
Listen, shout out to Bravo. Shout out. And shout out to the ladies for sharing, giving, doing all that y'all did this season. That's also commendable as well. That is,
That's not easy.
It's not. No, it's not for everybody, and it's not for easy. And Angel showed us that it's not. So
You ain't right. Not Angel showed us that it's not easy.
He's a true testament. Listen.
Honey, a double wide trailer. I'm going to beat you. We love you, Angel. Keep your head up.
Listen, keep your head up, okay? Don't let the people take you out, okay? Listen, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We will see y'all tomorrow night at 6 for Married to Medicine. Join Diva tonight for trending topics, and we will catch y'all later on. Good night and goodbye, everybody.
Royale's world.